Well, hello, my beautiful Librans. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for mid-July right through to mid-August 2023. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details, and I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Librans, this is your career reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. But just to make you aware, you're currently governed by your 4th house, your 10th house, and your 5th house. Now, the 4th house is influencing you at this moment in time, and then your 10th house will take over, and then as we move into August, of course, your 5th house will take over from that. Now, the 4th house is all about sustainability, stability in general, and sustained effort. This is also about you creating a solid foundation financially. Some of you will be thinking about the home space, the effort you put into your work environment, making sure that you get financially recompensed for it so you can take care of your family or your home space. Also, some of you may even feel a little bit influenced this month to focus on ideas of how to set up a second stream of income from home, or some of you are thinking about doing a career from home in some way, something that creatively comes from you. And if you're already an entrepreneur, some of you will be really trying to expand on opportunity this month to bring in a solid financial foundation. And that could be in terms of setting up new branches or expanding in some way in your career, and really looking at your progress and how you make changes for the better long term, so that you can spend a little bit more time with your family or friends, or just have a little bit more me time because you've been working super hard. Now, also your 10th house of ambition is influencing you. You'll feel motivated to get focused on the job, get things done, you know, really hit your targets with your deadlines and anything that you need to accomplish, and really you'll be thinking about getting things off the ground. The ambitious energy gives you the motivation, the drive, and the dedication to commit yourself to your goals and dreams and really make progress in any career that you connect to. I can already see that you're someone who is very talented, you're very gifted, and right now you're focusing on the dream. You know, your dream goal or your life's purpose at this time. And as you move into your 5th house, that is really about the pursuit of pleasure. So it's merging the two. Can you do something that you actually love and enjoy, whilst at the same time making sure it brings in a solid amount of money that gives you a stable foundation for the future, so that you can actually either retire early, or that you can work towards something that you feel adds value in some way to your life, something that you enjoy whilst at the same time making money. So these are the things perhaps you'll be thinking about as you move throughout the next 6 weeks. If there's something in your career that perhaps you don't enjoy doing, you may look at cutting it out. I feel this it's almost like mid-July. It's really about self-reflection. It's really about you checking in with how you feel about your career. If you've been feeling a little bit stuck in a rut recently, I feel like you'll find solutions to really open yourself up to new approaches, or even take yourself somewhere else to make sure that you're enjoying what you do. But let's see what's coming up in the cards for you. What I can see right now is some sort of contract or something is manifesting for you in the very near future. It's almost like your commitment to a project or a goal will see either some sort of agreement or some sort of proposal put on the table for you to elevate in some area of your career. I mean, even before the King of Pentacles came out, I can feel it, that you're elevating. There's more status. There's even the opportunity for a promotion available to you. But I do see that there's someone here who really enjoys your work. They see what you do, they see your talents, and they want to elevate you, okay? They want to help you in some way because they can see that you are above everybody else when it comes to the amount of effort that you put in, the amount of talent and drive that you have. You tend to give more than everybody else. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. You go above and beyond for your career. Now, it's really interesting because each sign that I've read for, they've had an 8 of Swords right at the end. So there's a little bit of doubt here, a little bit of almost like self-imposed restriction, like what if I fail? Or you may feel a little bit isolated right now at your working environment, or you just feel like you're putting your head down and working really hard and you're just focused on the finances at this time. Some of you may be actually waiting in the position that you're at right now just to make some money in order to wait for a move or some sort of change or relocation, or you may be actually saving for some sort of relocation. Maybe you're trying to buy property or real estate. I definitely get a sense that you're in a transition period where you're trying to make some sort of decision in your career. And right now, you feel like you don't have the answers. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit lost, okay, especially since you have the Moon card there. I do feel that there's going to be some, how can I put that? Now, don't shoot the messenger when I say this. I'm picking up an energy of someone making you feel really frustrated over the next couple of weeks. Okay, I do feel in some way their heart is in the right place. I know it sounds really bizarre, but in some way they've been pushing your buttons. I mean, they could have been micromanaging you, or they could have in some way seen you as competition. They feel threatened by you and your talents, and I feel that they're trying to protect their position, or they're trying in some way to guard themselves, okay? Because I feel like they can see that you're a very loyal, dedicated person who, you know, you're definitely destined for the top. You're making progress, but they wish it was them. Okay, so I really feel here that there's a potential for someone to try and push your buttons this month. So just watch out for that. I feel like their intention is to almost trick you into a mood swing. Okay, so that you get frustrated or angry or annoyed or snappy so that other people notice. So just watch out for that. Okay, that's coming through briefly. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but I see it picking up there. So just watch out for that. Okay, but on a personal level, we have the Moon card. So you're doing a lot of self-reflecting right now. I feel like some of you are in a position of transformation or metamorphosis. Things are changing within you, and I feel like you're trying to become aware of your true calling, or what it is you truly want to do right now, and whether you're happy where you're at. It says here intuition, dreams, emotions, fears, fantasy, creativity, mood swings, and the unseen. Now, whenever you get the Moon card, it does tend to mean that there is an opportunity that is hidden on the sidelines right now, that the universe is orchestrating an opportunity for you behind the scenes, and that at the right moment it will reveal itself to you. It's just waiting for the perfect time for illumination. So I would say in the next 6 weeks, you may hear about some sort of movement or some sort of opportunity in your career where you can level up, new status or promotion, even a raise or new income, because the King of Pentacles tells me that you're attracting a lot of wealth. Regarding your career, you're aligning yourself with prosperity and success. But the Moon card is really about the bigger picture, the dreams, okay? And some of you, I feel you have very high aspirations. Don't doubt your skills, because this is a card where sometimes when we start to go inwards and we start to really prepare for change, we start to get a little bit of fear, or we start to feel a little bit of doubt as to whether we can do this. So I feel there's an energy here of you being offered an opportunity, something that perhaps you've never done before. There may be new skills or different aspects to your career that you will start to investigate or even start to do in your career, and it may make you feel like, what if I can't do it? What if what if I expose myself for not being able to keep up with the pace? Or you definitely got this, okay? I definitely see with the 7 of Wands here that you are someone who is capable of going the distance. You're at your peak, you're at your personal best, you're persevering on something, and I feel like people like your work ethic because you're not a people pleaser, okay? They can count on you for telling the truth. They can count on you for, leading the way in your own unique voice or your own authentic vision, and not, try to, kiss someone's what just to get to where you want to go. You work on your own terms, and people really like that about you, and that's what makes some people fear you in some way, because you're the sort of person, you tell it how it is, but at the same time, you're living life on your own terms, and you've got your own unique ideas, and you have passion. Although some of you may have felt a little bit lost recently, or you may have felt a little bit low motivation, but I feel that's because of the circumstances. Things have been a little bit pressurized recently, and I feel that perhaps you're trying to manage your stress levels in your career, but you're connecting on a very creative level in the next 6 weeks. You're going to be really sparking with lots of new ideas. You're building your confidence, and I definitely see that you're looking at situations in your career that drain you, because the moon energy, moon cannot shine all by itself, okay? And I really feel that perhaps you are either looking for inspiration, or you feel there's someone in your working environment, or even something like a distraction that you found difficult that drains your energy, and you're really trying to cut that out so that you can be at your optimum best in your career. So whether that's, you like to go to bed late and you need to be up early in the morning, but you're tempted to watch your favorite program until late, and then suddenly, you've only had a couple of hours sleep, you're not working on your optimum best. So I really feel you're looking at the way that you run your life in order to streamline your energy, because I feel like you've got something that you're focused on, especially with the dog energy. This is like you've got the scent for success, or you've got the ambition, the drive to get to where you want to go. But I feel some of you with the Eight of Cups in this position, you may feel that there's an opportunity that you would like to return to you, or there's something you felt that you lost out on, or you did not follow up on, and you're really curious about it, and you may be thinking about heading back in that direction. I'll pull a card on that in a moment. We've got the Two of Cups. Now, when you apply the Two of Cups to business, this is really about being in the law of attraction, attracting what your heart truly desires, and an agreement. Some of you may have just signed an agreement, or you may be signing an agreement, a contract. I mean, you've even got the contract card there with the ring, so that indicates that some of you are actually going to toast some sort of celebratory moment in your career where you're leveling up, and there's going to be more money attached to this. This money could come in the form of either a new paycheck, or even a bonus, a one-off bonus. I feel that coming through as well. But it could be a raise or a promotion, a new status. There's definitely going to be more responsibility, and you're going to be very serious about your career, and you're taking practical steps to take you to where you want to go. I definitely see success here. I mean, you've got the King of Pentacles, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. That is major financial success and reward for all the effort that you put in. I see that it's difficult, okay? I feel that, what you do is, there's a lot of toil and labor there, and you never really stop or give yourself a break. You're being really practical about it. And I really feel with the Two of Cups, there is a potential here for you to either delegate, or there's someone here who may offer to help you this month. Allow them to help you. They're not here to sort of step on your shoes or try and, steal your promotion or your ideas. I definitely see that this person wants to help you in some way. So watch out for that. Some of you may even, like if you're an entrepreneur, for example, you may be thinking of expanding by hiring a new person, or even hiring a service that helps streamline your business in an easier way so that you can focus on the most important tasks to get the job done. Also with the Two of Cups, I've got to be honest, some of you, and I was getting a song before the reading, okay? I do a little 10-minute meditation before the reading, and they were giving me a song, and it's popping up now again, okay? So I'm going to give it to you because that's what I'm getting. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir, okay? So, I mean, that literally, I think that says, will you sleep with me tonight? Or, I'm not really sure 100%. I can't really remember the band's name that sings that. I want to say it's All Saints. but I'm probably wrong, okay? But that's coming up there. You may hear this song over the radio or on your shuffle or even in the mall. Suddenly it'll play, okay? And I feel there is a potential for a flirtation at your working environment, or a connection with you and somebody who works in the same sector as you. So if you're an entrepreneur and you tend to work alone predominantly, you may enjoy a networking event, and there's a flirtation there. So I do feel like there's a potential for a high-level commitment connected to that. Some of you, if you're tempted by a working relationship flirtation in the office, okay, the Two of Swords tells me that you're not sure about it. So it may be enjoyable for the moment, but I feel like you're thinking more about the long-term effects of how this would work out. I'm just going to pull a card on it. King of Cups, this person actually has feelings, okay? So it's not just about everything between the sheets. So I would feel that this could level up into marriage later on. So if you do want a high-level commitment with somebody and it happens to be in the working environment, obviously, you know, think it through, think before you act, because, you know, should there be any disappointments, it could in some way be a negative experience on your career or in the working environment. It may just make things feel a little bit icky or a little bit, you know, weird, but actually I see that it is something that will be for the long term, and I actually see you as a power couple more than anything. So I just want you to be aware of that. But I do feel there's someone like a boss with the King of Cups coming out there. It's like a boss who's very generous, or someone in your working environment who's very generous, who's you know, non-judgmental, someone who's very respectful, who really listens to where you want to take your career. They see your dedication, they want to elevate you. So I feel like they may offer you either a sidestep or a stepping stone, or even some sort of elevation where you can get to where you want to go. I mean, there could even be a client, if you're an entrepreneur, a client or, you know, a company that really likes what you do and they want to partner up with you in some way. Some of you may be even thinking about partnering up with someone that you know or care about, or even your spouse or your partner. Okay, and you may be wondering if it's a really good idea. There may be some fears that sort of get thrown up there, like, for example, if you're thinking about setting up a career with your friend or with your spouse, you may think, you know what, spending so much time with that person, both in terms of personal life as well as working environment, you really wouldn't want things to get toxic or frustrating or boring or dull. So you may actually try to find a way to keep things flexible, but at the same time keep things fresh, drawing up contracts, things like that, just so that everybody knows where they stand, okay? Now we do have the Two of Swords, especially with the Moon card. Some of you are perhaps seeking questions and answers. You've got some things that you want resolved right now. Two of Swords can mean that you're having to make a major decision in your life and you're trying to weigh up your head over your heart, okay? You may feel, I'm picking up a strong energy as well of some of you maybe wanting to branch out and follow your heart, but at the same time you're thinking about stability because of your fourth house. So you may be looking at the finances that you make right now, and if you want to step into a new position, for example, you may not want to rock the boat until you find a new position. If you're going for a new position and putting your resume out there, I definitely see an invitation to interview, and it being very lucrative for you. I feel you're really liked by the person interviewing. They want to escalate things to the next stage and offer you the position, okay? So I definitely see that you're charging ahead and there is success here. Also, the majority energy, I mean, you've got the Two of Swords twice in two different decks. So that really indicates that some of you are feeling a little bit stuck in your career or a little bit stagnant. You may feel like you've hit some sort of glass ceiling in your career right now, and you're wondering, how can I take it to the next level? And what steps do I need to make in order to get there? So you may be doing a lot of brainstorming this month. It does say breakthrough here, okay? I would say no cutting corners. It's really important because if you cut corners, they'll come back to like bite you on the you-know-what later on. But with the Two of Swords, I feel there's a little bit of indecision. It's almost like where you're at, you may feel they don't give you the credit or they don't appreciate your skills. And it's almost like they don't see your talents or your intelligence and what you're capable of. But there is one person who really does, okay? I do feel you'll realize that you are appreciated. There is an offering coming in for you, a really healthy offer of either some sort of staircase or level up to the next stage. So I would just watch out for that. With the dog in this position and the Seven of Wands, some of you, and the Eight of Cups there, some of you may have felt that perhaps the environment you work in is not really loyal, or it doesn't feel like everybody's working together as a team. It may feel like there's a lot of office politics, or that you're the only loyal worker who is diligently working towards something, and everybody else is either coasting, they're still getting the benefits, but at the same time they're not putting in the effort that you're putting in. Okay, some of you may feel a little bit isolated in your working environment. You may feel like there's cliques, or there are it's almost like it may feel like sometimes you're on the outside looking in, and whilst you are a valuable team member and people do respect you, they may not say these things, but I get a sense here that you're wondering, where do you fit in? Okay, and what I'm getting here as well is that some of you are thinking about setting up either a second stream of income, because there's a lot of twos in your reading, which tells me there's duality. So some of you may be thinking up either flexible working, or even a new opportunity to set up your own business, become an entrepreneur. These may be ideas that you're mulling about with. And in the month of July, on the cusp to July and August, I definitely see you taking action on something that you've been thinking about for some time, and it will be very, very successful. Okay, I see lots of money coming in for you. The dog is friend, trusted companion, dependable, support, protection, pet, loyal, and soulmate. Okay, so I really am picking up an energy of you loving what you do, but also soulmates, they don't always have to be to do with love. They can be a person who really resonates with you, who gets you, gets your work, gets what you're about, and really wants to help you if they can, or staircase you in some way. And I really feel like you're attracting some sort of collaboration this month with a person. I mean, you may not work with them like long term. It could be someone who gives you a good piece of advice, or someone who connects you with somebody. I really get a sense here that there is a connection that helps you start moving forward in your career. There's an opportunity. They're giving me the word opportunity, and they're actually showing me as well an airplane that is taking off. Okay, so I'm just going to connect to that energy. I mean, it may literally mean that you can see an airplane right now, or that some of you may be thinking about going on a vacation this month to really just take some time out to really think about the next steps of your career, whilst at the same time recharge your batteries and have a break. But the energy I'm getting from this image is that you have very specific, unique skills that can take you to where you want to go, to elevate you. And I think I really get the sense that things are taking off for you after a long period of time. Because I get a sense that the airplane that I can see was sitting on the tarmac for a while. Okay, I just get a sense that now is the time to take action and get things off the ground. I really feel like you are going places. But some of you may also be checking in with yourself to get a bit more of a bird's eye view of the path that you need to take. I'm even seeing like, it's really interesting. They're almost giving me a juxtaposition, because I'm scrying at the same time as doing your reading. It's like an airplane and also what looks like a seagull or an albatross. I can't quite tell. Okay, so seagull is like, you know, that sort of like, they kind of like coast on the wind, and then they wait for the right opportunity, and then they go for it. They dive into the sea to just grab the right opportunity. And I feel perhaps that's what I'm picking up on your energy, is that some of you may feel like things have been coasting, that it's not that things have become complacent. You may have been working really hard, but at the same time you may feel the opportunities have not been there. So with your Seven of Wands there and the Eight of Cups, some of you are picking up the courage, or even finding the right moment to look elsewhere for better opportunities. Or some of you may have held off because you felt there's a lot of competition, or the job market is oversaturated. But I definitely feel that you are above the competition. The Seven of Wands tells me you're at your personal best, and that your perseverance will pay off. But there's something here with the Seven of Wands. I feel like there's an energy here of weak boundaries. Okay, again, don't shoot the messenger when I say this. So when people are delegating, if you have a hard time saying no, you can say no in many different ways that can be really positive. If you really just want to tell that person, no, I can't do the work that you should be doing, or you can't work late even though you want to and earn the money, but you have to pick up your child from school, or you have to be, you know, taking class. Some of you may want to you know, capitalize on your skills, or even upskill, or in some way gain new knowledge about your career, or even be learning things behind the scenes in order to head in a different direction in your career. I feel like you're learning to have better boundaries. You can say no in many different ways. So if, for example, someone asks you to do something, perhaps trying to put a lot of work on you, and you know that they're actually, you know, coasting themselves and delegating to you, I feel there's really good ways of saying, you know what, I would love to help you, but unfortunately I've got a lot on right now. Come back to me around about next week and I can see if I can fit this in for you. And chances are they're going to be like, well, I need it done now, because their deadlines are like in the now. So they can't wait a week for you. But at the same time, you're really like politely saying, do your own work. I've got a lot on. When you get the Seven of Wands, it also connects to a feeling of being stressed. And I feel that you've been working hard towards something, and sometimes it just feels really hard. And I feel like you're trying to manage your stress levels. There may be some fluctuations in mood this month. And I feel like you're working towards something without losing your head. You're actually being calm. It's almost like you've gained focus, or you will be gaining a lot of focus this month, and you're going to move towards something at a higher speed. I definitely get a sense here of you being inspired, building confidence, and also, I would say don't be too defensive with someone if they're trying to push your buttons, because again, I get the sense that they're trying to like almost like be the goody two shoes in the corner and try and set other people against each other. So just watch out for that, okay? If you're an entrepreneur, I feel that some of you may be making lots of calls, doing a lot of paperwork. Some of you may be trying to, thanks so much, I'm sure grateful. They're giving me the words blood out of a stone. Like blood out of a stone. So for example, if you need to call somebody regarding a retainer, or you need to call someone regarding some documents they haven't sent over, or it feels like you keep having to chase this, it's like you're chasing your tail. It's like something that's been really difficult, but you will achieve it, okay? I'm picking up an energy of you getting there, meeting your target. Also, we have the Eight of Cups, and in this position, it's like learning a lesson from someone who, I feel like you're giving this person or situation many chances, okay? But with the Eight of Cups in this position, it can indicate you desire a restart or a fresh new approach to your career, and you're trying to make some changes or even think about changing direction. There's something here, a transition period that either you've been holding off on recently, and you've been just trying to get clear on your direction. They're actually giving me a quote in the water as well. One moment, please. I really need to see this. Could you bring it forward for me, please? Thanks so much. I'm sure grateful. They're giving me progress has little to do with speed and much to do with direction. Okay, so again, it's about focus. So if you've got the Two of Swords here, you may have been feeling a bit lost or a little bit unmotivated, or you're trying to use your intuition in order to guide you to the next level of your career. I mean, when you really think about that quote, I don't know who said that quote. I'm just seeing the words in the water, so I'm guessing it's a quote. It may not be. It may be something that you've written recently, or something you've seen recently, or something you will see. So these images, they may mean nothing to you in this moment, but then suddenly everything starts to slot into place. I've even seen people in the collective say, I watched the reading first time around and I was like, nope, not for me. And then I decided, you know what, I'll give it a second listen about 3 weeks later, and they're like, OMG, actually, that's what happened. Actually, I saw that sign. So things may not seem relevant in the moment, but as you start to unfold in the next coming weeks, things start to slot into place, okay? Now, of course, when you think about that quote, it said something about it needing to, oh gosh, I can't see the quote now because it just went in the water and it went away. I think it was like, it was less about speed and more to do with direction. And you know, direction can be lots of things. It can be your focus. It can also be where you direct your attention or your energy. It can also be about the steps that you take. So I really feel like you're at a self-evaluation period, and anything you're dissatisfied with, you're actually checking out of, okay? The Eight of Cups indicates you're going on a bit of a journey of discovery, and you're seeking a little bit more authenticity in your working environment, something where you can add value whilst at the same time work with like-minded people who care about what they do. So I really feel that you're drawn or feeling compelled to investigate your heart and your path. You've come as far as you can in a certain situation, whether it's a glass ceiling that you've hit, or whether it is you have a desire for more knowledge or to try and expand, because I get a feeling of like hitting a brick wall in some way, and I really feel like you're going to break through that in the next 6 weeks, and you're going to be so happy that you did. Okay, now your outcome energy is very positive. We have dice, so some of you, you may feel there's some sort of leap of faith that's required, because this card connects to the Fool card. It could be a gamble or a risk, but I really feel you're being bold and making bolder choices that help you come out of a comfort zone in your career. The gamble pays off is what I'm hearing. Okay, so I feel it's a calculated risk, especially since Jupiter is on your side. Jupiter is the planet of good luck, expansion, and opportunity. So I feel there's lots of prosperity for you. And whatever, I feel like it's like things could go one way or another, okay? But I feel like you're opening yourself up to change. And because you've taken a step towards your destiny, the universe is taking 10 steps towards you. And we have some sort of contract or opportunity coming in here for you where you feel whole. Okay, it says here commitment, agreement, marriage, bond, contract, proposal, partnership, or promise. So it's connected to Venus, this particular card. So this is about love, loving what you do. And if you're setting up a partnership with your nearest and dearest, or a member of your soul tribe, or even your lover or spouse, I definitely see that it'll be very, very lucrative long term. And I feel together you're an unstoppable team. Okay, if you're working on your own, I feel like you're attracting people who can help you. Networking opportunities are coming in as well. But I definitely see like contract paperwork for you to sign. That, I mean, some of you may be signing a deal in the next 6 weeks. It could be a deal for a new property where you're going to operate your business from. It could be, you setting up bank accounts to connect to your entrepreneurial business, or some of you may be even thinking about the smaller type of businesses that you could start from home because of your 4th house. Like if you've outgrown anything from the that you have in your home, whether it's clothes or objects, you may decide to put them online, and suddenly you've got a little side hustle that's going to tick over really nicely and make more money than you expected, especially since you've got the King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, 10 of Pentacles can connect to either marriage or the home space, or wealth that is inherited. Okay, and we've got the King of Pentacles there as well, so you're making really good financial decisions. I definitely see that there is an opportunity to set up something that you love doing, that you're very creative at, you're very talented at, something that perhaps you used to do, but you felt there was a lot of competition. You may have even stepped away from it for a while, but now you're returning to it. If you're in a 9-to-5 job, I definitely see a promotion raise on the horizon for you, and you stepping into new income. The King of Pentacles literally means that you're manifesting more wealth into your environment, but you worked really hard for it. You're a pro at what you do. I definitely also see more administrative tasks being offered to you next. Well, it's more on the cusp from July into August. So I see that you're going to be really busy, but it puts you in a very successful position, and it helps you level up in some way. You're in control. Okay, so I definitely see you're a natural born leader, and you're making solid progress in your career that will actually help you either go into real estate or buy a property, or have an opportunity, shall we say, to keep your finances ticking over, so you can focus on your savings, but at the same time focus on your pensions. And I even get a feeling from this energy of trying to retire early, okay, with whatever it is that you're doing. We do have the 8 of Swords. So you've got double 2. I mean, well, you've got 2 swords, let's put it that way. You've got double 8 here as well. We've got the 8 of Swords, which is really about fear, but swords are about the mind. So this is fear in the mind. Following your heart sometimes can feel really scary because you care so much about what you do. And it's really a reminder not to let fear get in the way of you following your heart, because life is a journey. And we can take the small journey of life, or we can take the large one. Go big or go home. And I really feel that you're connecting to something that you're really good at, that you love doing. And I feel it just ends up not feeling like a chore. Okay, I feel like you really take pride in your work. You're really good at it. You're making strides to be very successful. You're going to have a lot of energy and confidence this month and be very disciplined to get those tasks done. Okay, I do feel like there's 2 opportunities coming your way. I feel pulled in different directions. Okay, so it could be that there's a new project or a new status offered to you in your career, and you may really check in with yourself, because I feel one opportunity gives you a lot more work, which means it'll take up more of your time, and you've got to weigh out the payout. So it's almost like, yep, you've got more responsibility, but it pays loads more money. Maybe it's something that's lucrative, but if, for example, you want a little bit more time to be with your family, friends, or to do things that you love doing, I feel like you're going to really check the exchange, the reciprocity of, you putting all that effort into it, and see what the financial payout is, okay? But I definitely see something that you're going to be so proud. There's more money attracted to you. Chariot card is a major breakthrough in your career. I definitely see a lot of energy moving, okay? So I feel some of you, your career is about to take off in a big way. And I also see that some of you, if you work in an office, there may be some sort of relocation or reshuffle, restructure in the office where people are moving offices. You may even see someone who is with the company loyally for quite some time leaving, okay? They may even go on some sort of sabbatical. I also get some of you, and this is a small percentage, I'm getting a 6% energy of Librans who are thinking about taking some time out, like taking a year out, going see the world, or really, just seeing where you're at and doing things that you love, because you recognize life's too short. But for the rest of you, the Chariot card represents dedication, makes progress. Your commitment will see you victorious. There is a triumphant breakthrough here, and your energy is taking you to the top, okay? Now, some of you may even be thinking about moving home, and you may be thinking about opportunities to work in that area so you don't have to travel so far. I definitely see that you're going to find one where it's like the competitive spirit is a little bit lower, so it's kind of a nice pace, okay? It doesn't mean it's boring. It just means it gives you an opportunity to savor the work that you do, and it really feels like you're adding value. It's not so fast-paced that you just feel like you're always on the go and you can't quite check in with how you're doing or how you're going, okay? So lots of reward happening here for you. I do feel that you are going to be offered something that will bind you in a contract, and it will be very lucrative for you. I definitely see that you're being very practical. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Yeah, you definitely, this card is so important. Give yourself some credit for how far you've come. So you're checking the path that you're already on, how far you've come. Sometimes we forget about how far we've come, and we're too focused on where we want to go. So really be proud of yourself. You're making huge strides here. Okay, so they want that. Now, I'm just going to leave those there for a moment. We do have Turtle, money coming in slowly, okay? King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Pentacles are always slow, but they're steady. So there's definitely wealth here, steady progress, moving for work. Oh, that definitely came up there earlier. And in good time, long term. So I definitely get a sense of security for the long term. We do have Two of Swords, which indicates you do have to make some sort of decision there. I've already mentioned law and order, pay cut, defensive, being fired, okay? Now, this energy here is if you've already lost your job before you came to this reading, because I don't see it in your cards and I don't see it in your energy. So if you've already experienced some sort of job loss, or you're noticing that there are job losses and you're a little bit worried, I definitely see that you are being elevated or offered something different or something new in your career environment, because I feel they notice that you're very talented and they see you as an asset to their company. Okay, so I definitely see that happening there. And if you're having any money conflicts right now, I feel like you're actually being really stricter with your budget. I really feel like you're being really good at organizing yourself this month and being on track with your finances, and you're actually being smart, reaping the rewards of your hard work, and you're a really good business person. So I feel like you're enjoying the best in life. You have a lot of financial wisdom, and I feel like you're in a really good position long term. We do have Hand, so manifesting money. And it says, reaching your goals, financial assistant, hands-on work, and help getting a job. So again, I picked up on that energy of someone giving you a helping hand. There's definitely someone, it could even be a piece of advice, okay? And we've got gears. So money flowing, hard work, things slotting into place, plans put in motion, building, team, taking some time off, and security. So I definitely see that you're in a really good position. We have give yourself some credit for how far you've come. And with greater awareness, you will find the answers that you're looking for. I mean, you could have got any card, but I definitely see that some of you are seeking answers in your career. You may have been feeling a little bit lost, but in the next couple of weeks, you will gain major clarity. Take some time you need. Two of Swords is really a step back to pause, to really reflect, use your intuition and go inwards, and the answers that you seek will come to you, okay? Even if you feel this is a time of uncertainty in your career or in your career sector, I actually see that your trajectory is a really positive one where you're on solid ground, or you're heading in a direction that will see you being very successful. It also says, realize you have the qualities, all the qualities to be a leader. So if some of you are doubting whether you can take the next step in your career, or if you're doubting whether this promotion, raise, or opportunity is for you, don't doubt your wonderful self. You've got all the necessary skills. You've got what it takes to go to the top, okay? And we've also got do not give up because something did not work out right away. So if you did experience some sort of disappointment recently in your career, it's because you're being directed to something greater, okay? Rejection is protection and redirection. So there's something even more lucrative being offered to you, but also it gives you a sense of fulfillment and adds value to your life and makes you feel that you are fulfilled. There is a life of well-being, luxury, and prosperity being laid out for you. And I feel out of the blue, there's going to be an opportunity that heads towards you, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket before we close. We have this wonderful rune, which is the human, the self. So that's really making time to think. When you get this rune, it's all about thought. Okay, if you're feeling confused, it's about taking some time out to really focus. Also, it's a rune that connects to what makes you feel comfortable, what pushes you out of a comfort zone, and if there's any upheaval in your life, I feel like some of you will be finding a little bit more of a solid foundation this month as well. Some of you, if you're feeling a bit isolated, you may work that to your advantage. Okay, you may really cut yourself off to focus on any projects and be ahead of the curve, ahead of everybody else. See, okay, and I'm getting, it's really interesting, I'm getting this rune. Okay, this is the home rune, which really means that your fourth house is influencing you at this time. If it's like, where do you belong? Okay, I feel like it's like where you belong. And some of you, there may be some sort of movement or upheaval in your circumstances or in the actual environment, like leaving an office to go to another office, or restructuring to go on, like if you work on the 7th floor, you may end up working on the 2nd floor, or you could even be thinking about moving or leaving a position to get something else, because it's about where you work and where you dwell. So it could also be, can you set up a second stream of income from your home space, or even your main business from your home space? But it's almost like I got it in the upright, but I almost want to turn it into the reverse as well. So I feel that some of you may have been feeling very frustrated, and I'm getting a real small percent energy of some of you of going through a legal battle with a previous working environment. I feel, you know, there'll be a big payout here for you, but I feel like, you know, documenting everything is important and leading with integrity. There's no need to worry, because how it's meant to be, it will turn out. Whatever is meant for you will never pass you by, okay? And I see you coming to an agreement where you're offered a certain amount of money that you will accept, okay, as compensation. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you all. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Librans. Love and light.